Hi guys, good morning, good evening. Just a short update on the market. Let's talk about the bearish arguments first. So we took a short last night, just continuing down. So we've been bearish pretty much since around the top over here. We haven't really gotten caught up in longs, which I'm happy about. Hopefully you guys have saved some money with that as well. And we've been just looking to mostly short as long as we remain below the 1 day trend and amongst many other factors, we'll keep on having a bias for shorting until some things that we are looking for happen. Right now, if we're looking at the bearish arguments, we can see that we're still range bound and we are heading into this mid-range for this range, which has previously acted as a pretty good pivot right here, right? Resistance, resistance, and then it finally broke through. And then we took resistance here. So we are approaching a high time frame support zone, but we've already gotten a reaction from it again. So now it's not as strong as the first try. And also another thing that I don't really like is the fact that daily RSI is kind of just here. Given how from how oversold, sorry, how overbought we've moved down into, ideally I'd like to see this come down into closer to being oversold before hoping for a reversal, but that does not mean that we can't bounce out now here a little bit, get the RSI there, and then go into oversold. So what might that look like on the chart? That might look like we bounce up, somewhere around 22, 22.2. So maybe in this purple box, this purple supply right over here. You can just do this yourself. So the 12 hours getting pretty close to well, it's just tapped oversold here. So I mean, yeah, you can just do this and look back and see how the daily is. But even though the daily is here, 3 day is getting back to 50. So I mean, we could get a bounce, but the 3 day is a much more higher time frame signal. So, even a sweep and stuff, it's still like, and this could still do something like, go a little lower, prices could reach 20K and this would still hold. So it's not the strongest signal. Now, for the bearish case, if this does not hold here, right? If we don't sweep and reclaim this level, Feb lows, basically, I predict price. I think we go down to at least take out this this level, this flat bottom. So this is a flat bottom on the 3 day and the daily. So I think we at least take out this consolidation here. Potentially extend a bit further down with the wick, but ideally not below that in terms of 4 hour, 12 hour daily closes, because then then it won't be the best scenario if we're looking to get back up into this levels anytime soon, right? And now for and the other bearish setup would be, say, if we do bounce from here, then where would I look to get short, add to my short, or reshort? It would be basically at this newly formed supply here, right? Because we can see that potentially this 4 hour, well, this move down is potentially getting exhausted because you have one drive, second drive, maybe a third drive here, right? So that would be our signal to long. Uh, that would be our signal to long, potentially just a long, up until these highs or at some point around this supply, and then eventually, if we start reclaiming this, then that would be a signal for us to get long to somewhere here and somewhere around here, right? So for the bulls, we've got a lot of work to do. We have to reclaim this 4-hour trend. Well, we can just start off with the hourly trend, right? So we've been unable to reclaim the hourly trend since that, but that's only the first sign. But 4-hour trend, and basically we got to flip market structure, right? We got to flip market structure because it's pretty simple to look at. I'll remove this as well, to be honest. We have highs. We made a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, lower high, and now we're making a lower low. So we have to break this, and then we can also look at that at the hourly, and obviously we use confluence with other things, but that's for Bitcoin. Now, why I think the market still has room to go down a little bit more is the fact that the medium time frame RSIs for ETH, especially say like the 4-hour, or if you look at the 4-hour RSI for BTC, it's already in the oversold. But ETH has been holding on stronger than Bitcoin, obviously, which is evident in the ETH BTC chart. So we're also long on that. I've shared a post regarding that a few times in the past 2 weeks and also today morning. So ETH has been holding on well, but just from a standalone perspective, I'd want to see at least the 4-hour start pushing into oversold, before we think about this move being resolved. ETH still hasn't taken out its lows. Wow! Oh wow! It has. ETH Bybit. Never mind. Just ignore that. I don't know. Yeah, ETH has taken out its lows, but I want to see a little bit more push downwards on ETH before we can be confident about us potentially bottoming, not even bottoming, but looking for bounces to play. Right. If we just look at Dixie, right? This is basically the level we had marked out, so that if price does something, if it starts deviating and rejecting this, then would become pretty vocal bulls again. But I think it's too soon right now. I mean, you might think, oh, fuck it, max long. We've deviated, now we're trading back below, but it's only the daily chart, and Dixie being a macro asset, I'd wait for at least the 3-day and ideally the weekly to close like this. Even if the weekly does close as an SFP, right? It could still just keep grinding. And regardless, given the decorrelation we have had in the past time, even if we do close as an SFP and we just chop, that doesn't mean BTC can't go down or can't go up, or doesn't have to mean that, because it tagged a high level, then now we have to bounce, right? Just something to keep in mind, right? If you start getting super strong reversal signals here, then yes, then well, obviously that adds a confluence to get long on risk assets, including cryptocurrencies, right? Well, I won't talk about the most annoying short there is, because I was also looking at Wi-Fi. So 2 candidates I had for shorting were Wi-Fi and SSV, and I didn't take Wi-Fi because at that point it was here, and I was just like, I still had support. I don't know, but fuck me, this thing has fallen 20% since then. And SSV, after stopping me out once, yeah, it's only halfway, but I mean, technically the setup still looks great. Targets are here, and eventually ending off at the 4-hour 300 MA. So like maybe something like that. Maybe we could even get something like this. I don't know. I just want my targets. What else? Yeah, that's about it for today. Yeah, I'm just, there's no need to rush into longs this soon, right? So I mean, if I give you an example of Ethereum of when we could potentially look to get into longs is, all right, let's sketch it out. I haven't Well, we've got a range low here. How consistent is that? Yeah, we've got a range low here. So I wouldn't buy the reclaim here. I'd look to buy if we break market structure here and come back to test it, and then break market structure. And this is where you'd look to get long, because then you've broken this hourly market structure, this downtrend, at least for a while, and then you can at least look to target for a bounce, some of these highs, potentially range high. Yeah, take care. There's no rush to get into longs. You won't miss your generational bottom entry. I still think there is some downside left if I look at the daily RSIs for, say, Bitcoin, for Ethereum. I think this needs to still expand downwards. SPX also doesn't look pretty. It's rejecting off the 50 rejection. So, we could see another stab into here. To be honest, SPX could just keep chopping as well, for all we know. And yeah, not much to add. Thought APT kind of bounced out strong today, so I had this drawn out, but it hasn't really been able to break any. Well, yeah, I wouldn't really count that as a market structure break. It's not strong. If it had broken it out a bit stronger, then I might have looked to hedge long with APT, just look to play it for a bounce as an outlier, but hasn't really happened. And the other strong coin today was APT, and it was no, it was Kava. Kava. Why is Kava strong? Interesting. Right into resistance, right into supply, but it's holding on well. I think there is a Kava chain, something that's coming out. I'm surprised. Oh, yeah, we should have been on this, to be honest. We should have been on this. We should have been looking at this, but yeah, this looks like a pretty good level. You've got some good MA, EMA, 4-hour trend is here, right? I'm setting alert for Kava at 84. Potentially, given how decently he's doing right now as well, this could continue chopping, and say the market goes down for another leg. Maybe it just goes down until here and then it goes up. So given how it's holding up compared to the rest of the market, I think this would be a decent punt for a bounce. So strong alt, bullish for 4-hour trend. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you. If you enjoy my content, want to support me, please sign up through my Bybit link and trade there. And please like, share, comment, subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.